Welcome in Skyrim lovers, Queen Reaper back with another roleplay Skyrim build. Today's video is going to be on the much anticipated Plague Doctor build, aka the Poison Dealer. This is a basic, gradual leveling, vanilla friendly build that involves the use of poison dealing gear as well as the use of some of the best poisons you can make in the game. This build can be played as either long range or close range and even be added as a subclass to your already favorite build. So if you're interested in seeing how I made this new character, just stay tuned because we're going to jump right into the Skyrim Plague Doctor, the Poison Dealer build. Alright, so first we're going to go over the three best races that you can play for this build. And the first one we're going to start off with is the Wood Elf. The Wood Elf is great because it carries a 50% resistance to poison and disease, has a 25% resistance to fatigue, and also has increased stats in archery, alchemy, light armor, lockpicking, pickpocketing, and sneak. The second race you can choose from are the Red Guards, where they have a 50% resistance to poison and increased stats in one-handed, alteration, archery, block, destruction, and smithing. The third race we're going to choose from are the Argonians, and while they do not have a resistance to poison, they do have increased stats in unarmed combat, as well as lockpicking, alteration, light armor, pickpocket, restoration, and sneak, all of which are the skills that will be used for this build. Now onto the magic. The first thing we're going to grab is our standing stone, and we're going to want the serpent stone, which grants you the ability to use a ranged paralyzing poison attack on an opponent once per day. This standing stone is oftentimes overlooked as it is on an island to itself due east of the College of Winterhold, northeast of the wreck of the Pride of Telvos. The main questline you're going to want to work on for this build will be the Mirak questline, as you're going to want to acquire Mora's Agony from the Black Book, The Hidden Twilight. Mora's Agony grants you the ability to summon a field of poisonous tentacles, which will entangle and damage enemies. This is the main poisonous-based shout that you will be using. While we're in Solstheim, you're going to want to head to Tel Mithrin, talk to Talvis, and do his short questline. Upon completing, grants you the ability to purchase the spell tome Poison Rune. Poison Rune is an adept restoration spell which does 3 points of poison damage per second when enemies trigger it. Now for the gear, there is one option, and that's Mirak's robes, which do grant the ability to absorb magic from dragon breath and spells, and has a chance to spawn a tentacle explosion, but there is one piece that I prefer over that, and that is the Ebony Mail. The Ebony Mail you get from Boethia herself, which also grants you the ability to move more stealthily, quietly, and any enemies who get in melee range are poisoned. You're also going to want to use Mirak's staff, which sprays writhing tentacles on the ground and staggers and poisons any foes that enter them. Using this staff on top of Mora's Agony will grant an additional 20 points of damage, and you can also get a good 44 uses out of the staff before having to be charged. Next piece of gear, we're going to head back to Solstheim and go into White Ridge Barrow. There you will go into White Ridge Sanctum, take the stairs to the left, and upon entering that room will be a caged area to the right with an imbuing machine. Be sure to find some emeralds before entering this area, as you will be combining those and albino spider pods to create poisonous jumping spiders. The poisonous spiders are located under your scrolls tab and can be thrown and then launch themselves at enemies, exploding, releasing toxic fumes, and poisoning your enemy. 1 emerald and 1 albino spider pod produces 3 jumping poison spiders. Now for the poisons. The poisons are going to be the backbone of this build. There are 6 main poisons we'll be creating, all of which will have a variety of uses, including coating your weapons. The poisons we'll be creating are Weakness to Poison, Paralysis Poison, Lingering Poison, Frenzy Poison, Fear Poison, and of course, Deadly Poison. I will quickly go over each poison and the ingredients you can use to make these poisons. The first one we're going to start off with is Weakness to Poison. The 2 main ingredients you're going to want to use for this first are chorus eggs and small antlers. Then you can also use Bleeding Crown, Giant Lichen, Death Bell, Abyssian Longfins, and Saber Cat Teeth. Next we have is Paralysis Poison. The main ingredient for that is Netch Jelly. Then you can add Briarheart, Canis Root, Human Flesh, Imp Stool, and Swamp Fungal Pods. Next on the list we have Lingering Poison. Its main ingredient is Imp Stool. After that you can add Mora Tapanella, Canis Root, Death Bell, Crimson Nern Root, Orange Dartwing, Slaughterfish Eggs, Slaughterfish Scales, and Scathe Crow. Next up we have Frenzy Poison. Its first ingredient should be Falmer Ears. Then after that you can add Blisterwort, Troll Fat, Hag Raven Feathers, Human Heart, and Fly Amanita. Next, we have Fear Poison, and one of its first ingredients should be either blue dragonfly wing or Namira's Rot. After that, you can add Cyrodiilic Spadetail, Netch Jelly, Daedric Hearts, or Powdered Mammoth Tusk. Next on the list is the most powerful poison you can get in the game that does not include Jiren Root, and that's Deadly Poison. Its first ingredient should be Scathe Crawl. Then after that, you can add Giant Lichen, Eye of Saber Cat, Silverside Perch, Skeever Tail, and Jazzbay Grapes. Finally, for the skill trees you'll need for this build, there are 4 main trees you're going to need, and the first one is going to be Restoration. You're going to level that up to Adept because your Poison Rune is an Adept Restoration spell. For the next tree, we're going to want Sneak, and you're going to want to level that one all the way up. The next tree is going to be Pickpocket. You're going to want to level that up to the Poisoned perk, which will grant you the ability to reverse pickpocket poisons into enemies' pockets, doing damage to your enemies. For the next tree, you're going to want to head over to Alchemy and level it up the poison side of the tree. If you're playing as an Argonian, it would be wise to get the Snake Blood perk, which will grant you 50% resistance to poisons. Otherwise, you can stop at the Concentrated Poison perk. An optional 5th tree will determine the style that you're wanting to play as. If you're wanting to do long range or short range. If you're wanting to do one-handed, I suggest leveling up the center part of that tree. And if you're wanting to do archery, then I would suggest leveling up that entire tree. Alright folks, that's going to be it for the video. If you did enjoy, make sure you drop a thumbs up and let me know. Subscribe for future gaming and Elder Scrolls related videos. Check out my newest video about lore on the Dark Brotherhood. If you want to see any Elder Scroll live streams, be sure to check out my Twitch at Queen Ripper Gaming. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have safe travels in Tamriel, and I'll see you in the next video.